Hello and very warm welcome to the channel. In today's video we are going to learn how we can integrate Alamofire in our iOS app. For this we are going to use Alamofire port of course, and let's start. For this I already created a single view application template project and named Alamofire tutorial, and we are going to install the port for it. So I'm opening the terminal and I will navigate to directory where my project is. So here it is, and now I will initialize the port with port init command, and the port file is created as you can see on the right hand side. So I will open port file, and here in Alamofire GitHub page I will navigate to the installation section and I will install the Cocoa port and write the command here. I will save and command Q. Now open terminal and then I will install the port. So here the port is installed. Now we need to use the XC workspace. So here I will close this project and I will open my XC workspace file, and here you can see the Alamofire port is there. Now let's start the tutorial and let's start how we can integrate Alamofire in our app. So for this, what we will create a UI table view, and we will showcase the country name in our UI table view once they are fetched from the API. For this, first we will create a service class that will fetch the API using Alamofire. So here, new file, and we'll say service, and here we will name it class service, and here we will say file private where base URL is equals to this, and we will use a dependency injection to get the base URL whenever this class is initialized. Type string, so self dot base URL is equals to base URL. Okay, now as you can see we are going to get this endpoint all, where we are getting the all country names. So for this we will create a functions, and here we have get country name, get all country name from, and here we have endpoint of type string. As our base URL will be till this v2. So this v2 is our base URL, and here let's say this, and here we need to import Alamofire. So if you are not able to import it, then first command V for boy, command build your project, and then you are able to import Alamofire. So let's write a get request to get all country names, and here we will say af dot request, and keep in mind that we are using request method where we have encoding as a parameter. They have two methods and one has encoder. Here you can see this is encoder. What we are going to use is the one having encoding right here. So here we need to pass the URL. So we say self dot base URL plus our endpoint, and method will be get. As we are fetching the information, we are not posting or updating any information or deleting anything. So the method is get. As you know, the API is four type of methods: get, post, put, and delete. So we are going to use get here. And parameters, we don't have any parameters, so it's nil. Encoding is URL encoding dot default. Headers are nil also, and interceptor will be nil too. And in order to get response, we have response, and here we have data response data, and here we say response data, and here we will get the response for our API. And here let's print we got the response. Now in our view controller class we will create let service is equals to service, and it has base URL, and we will have to pass the base URL here. So let's say our base URL goes here, and service dot get all country name for endpoint, and from here the endpoint is all. You can see here that the endpoint name is all. So let's pass endpoint here all, and let's run the app and check whether we are able to fetch the response or not. After we successfully fetch the response, we will parse the JSON using the codable protocol. So our app gets launched. And here you can see in the console we got the response. So it means we successfully fetched the data, and now it's time to pass the response. And for this we go to our service class, and here first let's move this, and here we say guard data is equals to response. Oh, sorry, guard let data is equal to response data and dot data, else we encounter some error, so return. Now in order to pass the response, first we need to look at the response here. So here we have the response for this API. It returns this kind of response with keys, name, top level domain, alpha 2 code, alpha 3 code, calling code, capital, etc. and etc. So we didn't go into deep and just pass the few keys. So here we will create a model for this response first. New file, Swift, and we will name it as country, as it represents a country. So country, and here we'll say struct country, and here we say, here you can say the codable protocol, and here we'll say where we need name string. Okay, I am making this optional because sometimes in API response value might come null, so it won't crash your app if you make it optional. And then we can also use capital, and we say capital of type string, and we also use the country code of type string. Now the requirement of this codable is that once you write these names of your properties, it should match exactly with the key names in your response. Since the name and the capital is matching, but the code, that is alpha 2 code and alpha 3 code, and we are using the country code here. So in order to replace these key names, we can override those. So here we need to write enum and here we have coding keys, and they will inherit string and coding key, and here we need to write each case name is equals to name, case capital is equals to capital, and it should be string, and case country code is equals to, and what is the country code key name? We are going to use 3 digits, so alpha 3 code, and we will paste here. So here our model is ready. Now go back to the service class and we will pass this model. So here, now let countries is equals to JSON decoder dot decode, and here we need to pass our model name. So country dot self from data is this data, and it should be marked as try. So here we need to try, so this should go inside the catch, and here we say catch, and here we print error if something goes wrong. Print error decoding is equals to error, and I am not using this localized description since it just prints a mere description, but the error prints all information with error. So now let's run the app and see whether we are good with our JSON parsing or not. So build is succeeded. And here we need print countries equals to countries. So nothing comes here. It's strange. I'm sorry, we are just missing the slash. I'm very sorry because it's V2 and I missed that slash, so that's why it's not running. So be sure about your URLs. And here we get the error decoding, that type mismatch Swift dictionary, Swift decoding error. Debug description is expected to decode dictionary but found an array. Whenever you write this country.self, so in Swift, each model is corresponding to a particular object, or you can say a dictionary. So each model is a kind of a dictionary. Since here you can see here that is 0, 1, 2, 3, so they are returning the response in an array. And here we tell the compiler that we are getting a dictionary. So that's why it shows the error that we found an array instead. So how you can convert your model to an array? Just add these brackets, and now let's run the app again and see what we got. And here you can see it prints that country code and optional King Edward Point country code SGS. And here you can see Korea, Republic of, optional, Seoul, country is a capital, and country code Korea, Spain is Madrid, and ESP. So we got now. The problem that we are left with is to display that country's data into our table view. So for this, open your main storyboard, and here first we need to drag a table view, UI table view, and we will change the background color with this, and we will give you constants 0, 0, 0, and 0. Okay, this is, and now in view controller we will create an IB outlet for the same. So IB outlet week where TVL countries of type UI table view, and here we will say TVL countries dot data source is equal to self, and here we will write the data source methods extension view controller UI table view data source, and number of rows in section for the time being, let's say 10, and then we have cell for row at index path, and for this let you can say where cell is equals to table view dot dq reusable cell identifier, and here we go country cell. If cell is equals to nil, then cell is equals to UI table view cell, and it has dot. We are not using default, so we are dot subtitle, and we are using the same identifier country cell, and here we will say return cell, and here cell dot text label dot text is equals to, here we will post country name, and here cell dot text label dot text is equals to, sorry, detail text label dot text is equals to capital, and here we will say plus, and here we got country code. I'm just putting the dummy values because I don't have the country model access to my view controller. So here it is. Now how we can get the country code access. So for this, let's create an array here, country is equals to of type country, and now place this countries dot count, and here we will say let country is equals to countries object at index path dot row, and here we'll say country dot name is it's optional, so it's blank, and then here country dot country code, it's also optional, so let's this make it like this, and here we will pass the country capital country dot capital, and here it is. So we are all set. Now the only problem we left with is to get this country's array populated. So we will go to our service class, and here we create a callback, type alias countries call back, and it will accept the country model here, and so here we'll say countries, and it will of type array country, and here we have status of type bool, and this must be optional, and here we have message of type string if any error occurs. So here we say where callback of type countries callback, and here since we have an error, self dot callback, and the first parameter is country is nil, status will be false, and the third is message. So here we'll say error dot localized description, and here since we passed the country successfully, self dot callback, and here we need to pass the countries here, then status will be true and message will be empty. And here similarly with this is we have an error, so we will say no message here. Okay, now we need to write a completion handler. Sorry, it's a mistake here, it's void. And one more mistake here, we need to add this here. So now we go to the view controller. Oh sorry, in services we need to write a completion handler. Function completion handler, and here we have callback of type countries callback, and here we say self dot callback is equals to callback, and here we need to add escaping. So now in view controller we will say service dot completion handler, and here we have countries, status, and the message. So here if we have status true, then we will say guard let, and also underscore countries is equals to countries else return, and here we say self dot countries is equals to underscore countries self dot trivial countries dot reload data. Also we can need to add here weak self so that we will not maintain a retain count. So guard let self is equals to self else return. Okay, so now let's run the app and see what happens. Did we connect? I think we didn't connect the main storyboard IP outlet. So here we go and connect this, and now let's run the app and see what happens. Are we able to fetch country and displays here? And here you can see the country list is there: Afghanistan, Kabul, and why is the country country code is not showing here. So let's say if we have done something different, and now let's run the app. The country code is not coming, but country code is coming while we print it. And here it is. So why the country dot name. And here you can see now it's showing. So let's add a space. So here you can see Afghanistan AFG, Kabul, Albania ALB, and its name is capital name is Tirana. So here this is a small tutorial where you learn how we can integrate Alamofire and display results in our table view. If you have any kind of question, then please do comment and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. And if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and do share this video. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then please subscribe it, as we are going to bring more tutorials on Swift and iOS app development, though the frequency is lower a little bit due to our busy schedule. And lastly, thanks for watching. Bye for now.